today's going to be comments. Comments night.
Okay,
Through some stupid
I got to figure it out.
comments.
Thanks.
Okay, cool.
Comment on this.
I think we are live now, or we're busy going live. Hey guys, everybody, just thank you for coming. Yo, Flurfs, good to see you. Sorry, I have no intro today. So I'm a bit late today.
Yo, Flaps, and yo, Blaff. There's one Blaff. I think it's Oxy.
Everybody's a Flurf. You Flurf by default because we live on a flat, stationary plane.
Well corrected. Corrected. Nice one.
So hey everybody, it's good to see you. Just gonna say hi to everybody in chat quickly. Moxie, thank you for coming. Carl Oppel, Peter Cruikshank, and well, that's all I see in there right now. If you guys haven't already, please do share the show and hit the likes because it does help to get the show to a wider audience. Wow, we have blind spot twice in Ellemnet tonight. Okay, there.
Really?
Power come on early.
No, it came on normal 9 o'clock. I just had to quickly set the stream up.
Yeah.
Are you seeing double?
I thought you meant 9 o'clock your time.
Yeah. No, you were double. What do you think? No, it's 9 my time. Yeah, but I'm in. Yeah.
Blind spot just fills in any blind spot on the chat. You know, that's just
That's
what
correct.
happens.
That's right.
But yeah, we got Michael Kahn, Peter Cruikshank, blind spot, and Disclord in Ellemnet, as you guys can see.
Yo, Flurfs.
It's good to see you guys. And Sovereign Soul just came in on YouTube. Good to see you too. What do you guys think about the poll? Trolls are pathetic. You would think that everybody would vote yes.
You would think it. Even the trolls, you'd think would vote yes, so they'd sway our minds away from them being trolls. You know what I mean? But no.
So yeah, the people that vote yes then are proud to be trolls then.
They're obviously trolls, yeah.
Weird. Anyway, but it's good to see you guys all here. So I was thinking tonight we can go through some comments and talk about the comments we get from these anti-flat earthers.
Yo.
Yeah.
Hey, Jeff Gassett, good to see you. And Spuddy Taylor just hopped in as well. It's good to see you.
Yo, Spud.
Yo, Blurfs.
Yo. How's it going?
Alright, guys.
That's good. So, I'm thinking we might want to start with this because this was the original comment that I wanted to actually address that I brought out this morning. Did you guys see this community post?
Yeah, I saw it.
Hey Cygnus, he says never vote yes to anything. Okay, so this morning, guys, I said morning everybody, just a thought I would leave this Dunning-Kruger comment for the day. Let's see if the Globe Defenders will even understand why it's Dunning-Kruger to the max. So how can I tell you this, guys? Not one Glober understood why. Not one. This is how pathetic these trolls are. So, overweight avatar. This guy is supposed to be a pilot, by the way, guys, a commercial pilot. Geometry is tough. You use the vertical from your tangent point. No, you don't. First of all, your tangent point is the horizon on your globe. That would require a curve. Let's start it off with this way. I mean, this is like idiotic. On your globe, yes, and this is on begging the question, you got your curve, okay? This would be you standing here. That means your tangent point would be there. This would be your tangent point.
Unless they're going to claim another tangent that's at the feet as well, which makes two tangents. That's just retarded.
That's retarded.
That's like just mass bad paint. I'm enjoying this.
You love the game.
So yeah, can you? By the way, can you guys?
Need to curve that line. It's refraction, remember?
Am I in the way of that tangent point to the way? By the way, or can you see it, guys, in YouTube? Because I'm always scared I'm in the way. Maybe I should make myself smaller.
No, they can see it. You can see it on YouTube.
Okay.
Tangent
Don't
point.
downsize, man. Don't downsize.
So anyway, what is his first part of the argument? Let's go back and look. You use the vertical from your tangent point. Sorry, you are here. This is your tangent point. Because you do not use the vertical from... So in other words, he's saying you use the vertical from this tangent, correct?
Yeah, you're sure he's not saying the vertical, the tangent at your feet, right? He's not saying something.
No, he says
but
at your
then it's
tangent
Your
point.
tangent point.
Yeah,
Okay.
it will be. He'll be claiming 2 tangents.
Yeah.
Mm.
But I mean, okay, let's say this is his tangent point, not his feet, okay? That's a straight line to a point again on a curve, correct? So we can accept that. Let's say that, okay? It's his tangent point.
That's his zenith.
His zenith, exactly,
Yeah.
but he calls it a
Yeah.
tangent point. That's why I said it's actually just stupid. Because his
Well,
It
tangent...
could be the other way too. Yeah.
Yeah.
He calls his tangent point the zenith.
No.
It
He-
is his zenith.
It is
Oh,
his
right.
zen- It
Yeah,
is
'cause
his
it is.
zenith, yeah. That he calls his tangent point, which is actually false because you don't have a tangent point to your feet. You have a
Yeah.
zenith to your feet.
Yeah, of course.
That's why I say, so he's already wrong there. That's why I pointed out a tangent would be to that point. But let's anyway draw a tangent.
Yeah, it could be that way. Like I was just because the way he phrased it at your tangent point, that was strange. So it
Yeah.
could very well be the tangent point in the distance with the vertical, like you had originally drawn it. Flatzoid.
Yeah. So that would be the actual tangent. But let's go look at the rest of his comment. So that already starts off really bad. To Polaris. So from your tangent point to Polaris, a 90 degree. Oh boy. Where's the 90 degree here, guys? So let's say
What?
Polaris is here. Okay, we're saying Polaris is here. He's claiming now you got a 90 degree.
Well, obviously he knows no.
Is stood underneath vertical, isn't it?
Yeah, but-
Horizontal, sorry.
But look how wrong this is. First of all,
Mm.
you can't have a 90 degree on a curved surface.
No.
Obviously.
So the thing is, he's basing his baseline now by saying the baseline is curved, so therefore it can't be a 90 degree. This is not a 90 degree. That's not 90 degrees. 90 degree is a straight line. Okay? And if you're claiming a tangent, that means you're claiming the surface to be curved. Because he's got a tangent. A tangent is a straight line touching at a point on a curve. So he already doesn't know what a 90 degree angle is. Okay.
Just by even, just by even mentioning. Sorry, go on.
How many degrees curve does a guy pissing have? I'm just wondering.
This is why
The water curves, you know.
This is why sensible claims. Can't remember now. What's that thing?
Whatever he claims, he's retarded.
Exactly.
That's it.
I want to know what airline this guy flies for because I will not be purchasing any tickets from them.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
why.
Yeah.
This is why sensible claims trilateration, because triangulation don't work on his ball.
Of course not, because
Yeah,
you got
exactly.
a sphere.
Even
He
though
can't reconcile that sphere.
even though we bring citation after citation talking about triangulation, they still say no, it's trilateration. You're triangulating
Well,
your
with-
position on a in celestial navigation, not trilaterating your position, because you are measuring from you to the GP, not getting from the GP to you. That's how trilateration works. But they don't understand.
I'm
that.
pretty sure with trilateration you have to have some known heights as well, right?
Trilateration, as far
That's
as
right,
as
exactly.
far as I've seen, is only involved in GPS and
because it's pinging
surveying.
signal. It's pinging signals.
not to do with celestial navigation, because that's a thing in its own self.
Yep. But that's what I say. They don't. It's the same with perspective. They don't understand. Perspective is from the observer to the observation point. That's why when they look at the sun, they say, no, it's because of perspective that it's diverged, that it's...
A triangulation deals in angles and trilaterations in distance.
Exactly. So yeah, you measuring an angle, you triangulating. Okay, but yeah, that's the problem. But anyway, he's got this so wrong, he doesn't even know what a 90-degree angle is. Then he says, gives you your elevation angle. So, now we've drawn out for him. Okay, now, if you don't have a 90-degree angle, how are you getting your elevation angle, guys? He's saying
You're not.
No. Exactly. Because how are you going to get an angle on a curved surface? You can't. And by the way, if you're claiming elevation angle, that means 2 straight lines from a 90-degree angle. Okay, so you can then measure how the angle changes at different latitudes. Voila, you prove the shape of the Earth, and it's not flat. Now, guys, let's explain to the globies why this is Dunning-Kruger to the max. I think we've already made it clear. First of all, tangent. That means you have a globe underneath your feet. You can't have a 90-degree angle. Second of all, the tangent point underneath your feet is called a zenith. Okay, so it's not a tangent. Everything is tangent from your feet. So the tangent is away from you. This would be Polaris tangent. And your elevation angle over a 90 means it's not curved. The reason we can get these measurements to different latitudes is based off of what? A 90-degree angle, so therefore flat, not globe. So yes, Dunning-Kruger to the max.
Correct. Well said.
Yeah.
This is your tangent point. This is your tangent point. So let's say hi to the rest of the people that just popped in. Good to see you. Triple X, thank you for coming. Bible U, thank you for coming. Jeff Gassett, woohoo. 21 Truth is Now, thank you for coming. And Eric Hartel, thank you for being here. Radu, thank you for being here. You guys rock. So yeah.
And Neil. Hi, Neil.
Oh yeah, even Neil.
21 Truth is my direct clone. We share one mind.
21 Truth
Well,
is
you didn't
awesome.
hear me come in here?
No, we did. You were
I did,
talking,
Neil.
remember?
I did.
We just
I-
didn't
I
say
heard
hello
you.
yet. I feel so sorry.
So before you get onto this video, what'd you guys think of Rachel's debut?
I didn't watch it, so I don't know.
Where was that?
Yeah.
Where do you see it? Oh my God! I
Yeah,
renamed
was it on
her.
Kiwi Live?
Yeah, Kiwi yesterday, and then
Yeah, I didn't get to watch it yet.
Nathan continued with the after show. So I renamed her Rachis for Rumpus,
Wow.
and the other one was, what was it, Rachis, or you could call her. What was the other one?
I don't know. I
I
haven't
don't know.
watched
I'll
it yet,
figure it out
though.
later. But I nicknamed because she sounded like Rumpus. She just kept interrupting. She couldn't handle it. But they were exposed yesterday, and it turns out she does claim what Dell claims.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had that hunch.
They do claim what they'll claim, but yeah, Dell is really putting the wool over people's eyes. No matter how much we show it's wrong, still doesn't get it.
It makes no difference whether you're claiming constant acceleration or whatever. But you can't science Earth, can you?
No, you can't.
Can't manipulate it like.
Nope.
So.
Exactly. Okay. Franklin Crumbs, guys. Now we're going through to all the comments on that comment thread. Because, I mean, it was specifically to see, can the Globers understand why it's Dunning-Kruger? And, I mean, wow.
I like how Andrew Johnson's got cheek to still be trolling.
Is he still trolling? Oh,
Oh,
my
yeah. He's part of the furniture, yeah, guys. I don't think you'll ever leave.
I say we kick all the trolls out one day. Just kick them all out.
You know how much I've done it, Neil.
Did you see his little comment about Ivy and DV?
We're going to get there, don't worry.
Andrew's my favorite
I'll
double
wait.
over. Leave him alone.
I'll wait. Go ahead.
Andrew's harmless, guys.
Like that.
He's adorable.
He reminds me like from Beavis and Butthead. Reminds me of one of those.
I don't
brothers.
like the way Michael just said he's harmless. like it was a question, you know.
Okay, this person is totally correct though. If we assume that the Earth is flat, we can also assume that we will always have a flat horizontal baseline. First of all, you don't assume the Earth is flat. You always do have a horizontal baseline. That's how a 90-degree angle works.
You
Okay?
require it.
Yes, it's
Yeah, it's not an assumption, it's required.
exactly. So you don't assume it, it's how you measure. That means we should be able to use basic trigonometry to calculate an elevation measurement to Polaris. Altitude, apparent altitude angle, guys. It's not an elevation measurement. They're thinking that it's an actual height measurement, which is false. It's an apparent angular measurement, guys.
Correct. Measurement, not calculation. Yes.
Yeah, elevation angle. They trying to false equivocate the elevation angle of saying the GP of the star has an elevation angle. It's your elevation, the angle above your elevation. It's an apparent angular measurement, not a height measurement. Okay.
Hello.
Hello, how's it going? And I mean, this can be explained. I'm glad you could make it. I mean, this can be explained as well. Let's say we take a block and we got it's going to stick a heart on the top of the block.
A what?
A heart.
Oh, heart.
A heart. And we got you standing here, and you now using your sextant. Okay? You got your 90-degree angle to the base, and you now, that would be the 90. This would be now the elevation angle to the heart. Okay, this gives you an angular reading. That's your angle. Now you get a co-altitude angle, because why? Because you have to complete the 90-degree. So what happens when you move closer? Okay, you're moving closer. Now you have
The angle increases.
Yeah, the angle increases, yeah.
Yeah. So, remember you got a new 90-degree.
Yeah.
Okay. Would this angle be different to that angle?
Yeah.
Does it give a different height now to the heart?
Different height. No.
Yeah.
Nope.
No. Same
it-
size, same height, different angle.
No, listen what I'm saying. Does it give a different elevation? I mean, let's put it this way. Does it give a different elevation to the heart? Or does it give a different elevation angle, altitude angle measurement?
Gives a different elevation. I'll see it again. That second one. I can get it out there.
Like this is where you've got to be careful though, because you could actually measure ITRA building.
No, but look what I'm saying. Yeah, but that's
celestial
tangible.
navigation, in case of celestial navigation, it's not used for that purpose.
Yeah, but I'm saying
Exactly, because then they turn it into trigonometry.
But that's the thing. The building is tangible. You can go and measure it yourself. You can make sure that's what it is. Okay? But like I'm saying, they think now it changes the height, because now I've measured a different angular measurement.
Yeah, they think it's changed the height.
So now the height has changed apparently. No. It's an apparent angular measurement. That's what I'm trying. That's when it comes back to the flask that I gave to McToon to give me the measurement of the height. He still hasn't able to do that to me. Let's see if I can bring it up. It's been how many months already?
About 4, maybe possibly 5.
It's been quite a while. Let's put it that way. Let me see if I can quickly bring it up.
Well, it's been more than that actually. Probably more.
Okay, is it showing on?
Yeah.
This was something I gave to McToon to do when he came on my show, remember? And he says, he claimed, he could do perspective orthographic view. So, Mr. McToon and all the company of anti-flat earthers, since you can tell us what's the height of this flask, please come ahead and tell us, because it's been about almost a half a year already. Give me the height of this flask, please. Really interested. And if you want the distances, there's your distances as well. 1.1 meters, second point was 2.2 meters, and third point was 3.3 meters, okay? So 1.1 meter away, 2.2 meters, 3.3 meters away. That's the apparent angular measurement I gave. Let's see if you can figure out what the height of that flask is.
Hey, Matty, how you doing, man?
Hey, Matthew. Good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming in. And Furious Furfer, hello. And Awesome Lawsome.
Oh, I've got my cock chat. I need it on live chat.
26 people watching, 14 likes. Let's hit them likes.
Hit the share button as well. It does help to get it out. Hit the clicks, yeah.
Yeah, it's important.
So yeah, so far these guys do not understand what an elevation angle is. They don't know what a 90-degree angle is. Heck, they don't even know what an angle is.
That's true.
Really bad. So basically measurements to Polaris. Okay, the fact that these elevation measurements for Polaris range drastically from 4,000 to 0 miles when moving from 90 degrees to 0 degrees latitude proves the Earth cannot be flat. Once again showing they don't understand, it's an apparent angular measurement, not a physical height measurement. I mean, who was it that tried to do the Al-Biruni method on the that tower once with the woman and the guy? And they try to calculate Earth's radius through that.
Were they Australian?
I think aren't they English?
Are they English?
It was a woman.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, I showed
That's
on
the
my
same
channel.
thing, right?
I showed on my channel before.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can quickly go find it. I think I know which video.
Is that right, Michael? Like Australian English, the same thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, mate. Let me quickly see.
The English cast-offs.
The prisoners.
It was an Al-Biruni thing that they were trying to do.
And they really made up a lot of that story, you know. Not that they probably didn't do a little of exporting there, but you know, we know that from the Aboriginals that white people were already there long ago.
Yeah.
They've been mixing for many generations.
It's almost there. I'm looking for the Al-Biruni stream. So many streams already. Was it so far back? Oh, there we go. I think it was this one. Adverts. Okay. But yeah, anyway, they didn't even get it right like they wanted to. They got an approximation. You understand? And it shows you can't get it 100%. In theory, you can say, yeah, I can measure it, but in practicality, in real life, you don't get it 100%. There, these guys. Remember this?
Yeah.
Well, anyway, at the end of the day, they did work it out, and they got quite close, and they still took this shard and determined the radius of Earth. So what does that show you? It shows they take flat Earth measurements and then include the belief of a sphere afterwards. Very clear.
Yeah.
Hey, Space Miner, good to see you. Thomas Lawson, good to see you too. Thank you for coming. But yeah, they simply don't understand these simple things. And then we had Sleeping Warrior. Oh, Polaris converges as a function of being on a plane. I do hope you remind Sean Hawkins that the fact these elevation measurements to Polaris range drastically from he still puts the Polaris moves 1 degree every 69 miles. It's actually a good point. By the way, Sean Hawkins is back. But now he's just doing games now. He's decided to leave Flat Earth alone.
He said that last time and then he was trolling.
Yeah.
What? What is he? Is he actually a gamer? Is he?
Now he's becoming a gamer and a guitarist.
I don't know anybody that becomes a gamer at the age of 142. Surely. No.
What's he playing? He's playing some text adventure games. Yeah.
No, but you see, I would also give up on flat earthers to that guy because every time he opens his mouth, he debunks the globe. So.
Oh, he was terrible. Yeah.
Wow.
That's why Andrew's my second favorite, because Sean's my favorite.
Sean, honestly, Sean makes me laugh, man.
He does make
He
me
really
laugh.
does.
I can't ban him. I just have to. I can time him out, but I can't ban him because he makes me laugh.
Okay, let's go to the next thread. Because they practically just say the same things over and over, so it doesn't even have to read the whole thread. But anyway, Robert, I've realized that after seeing too much flurfiness, that argument is futile. We are dealing with people who just simply cannot make sense out of their own observations. It stems from mental illness. It's no use trying to debate someone who denies evidence based on incredulity and the inability to see things without having a belief to work backwards from. Our senses are flawed. Which is why we depend on instrumentation. The whole it can't be right because I don't understand is close to the core issue here. I'm saying that FE has nothing to do with science, but everything to do with psychology and on how people form their belief structures. This was an interesting comment though, because this comment screamed out to me projection from his faith. He knows there's no way to demonstrate their belief, so it's all just faith-based. So how dare you take your senses that you're not moving or anything? Let me just take instrumentation and say, therefore globe. And the issue they have with this instrumentation, it doesn't prove a globe, it just proves they do circular reasoning and they base everything based off their faith.
Yeah. And God gave us senses, just did not trust them. You know what I mean? Makes no sense, does it?
If he doesn't trust his senses, then I want to see him. Maybe he should just blindfold himself and walk around blindfolded, and while he's at it, put earphones on that he can't hear anything. And
always with the blind jokes.
Here, listen to this. I asked a friend who teaches people to fly helicopters about drifting gyros, and do you know what he said? A drifting gyro be faulty.
Exactly. Yeah, gyros don't drift. They're not made to drift.
They're not made, exactly. How could they drift the way they're made? I mean, isn't it impossible for them to drift?
Yeah, they're not made.
Unless they're faulty, obviously.
And look, with my personal case as an exception, I think PJ's point is correct in that we have these senses that God has given us, and you take a look at the human eye and how complex it is, and how no camera lens can compete with what the human eye can accomplish, right? And it's just silly to say, well, our senses are flawed. No, our senses tell us things, and there are explanations for the things that our senses are telling us. They're not lying to us.
Exactly.
You know, it's just how you interpret the information that your senses are presenting you, right?
Exactly. Faciality, thank you very much for your $2 super chat. He says, how can a sandwich play video games?
especially
burger time.
Well, with the power of tuna.
Wow. It could also be a sandwich.
Whoa.
Yeah.
He's probably playing road.
Now I'm never going to the beach again.
But thank you very much for the super chat. Really appreciate it, Faciality. Did you notice so far the comments we're getting, they haven't realized why it's a Dunning-Kruger comment yet. Have you realized that?
Yeah.
It's crazy. You would think they would actually try and address it, why it is. Okay.
I've noticed from when I get comments, and they'll be commenting on your video, and it's all gone over their head because what they're saying just don't tally with what talked about in video.
Well, remember the Global Mom, the last stream we did, we were going through Global Mom's latest video. She stuck a thing up. She said they wanted to because I called her the bigot. wanted to report my video. I was like, what? What's the basis for reporting my video? It is bigotry. That's what bigotry is.
Yeah.
And then tries to save herself by saying, I don't want anybody to report it because we want everybody to have free speech and blah, 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 blah.
Wow.
I told you, her name's Karen.
Yeah. Oh, and she can't understand why her logo screams indoctrination.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Especially in the baby's head. You know what I mean? That's just horrible.
It screams religious faith.
It does.
And it's like, yeah.
It's crazy.
It also
Religion.
screams, I'm proud of teaching these things to my child.
Yeah.
It screams ignorance on a high level.
I want to show you. I just want to quickly go to a latest community. It's crazy. Look here. About 1.5 hours in Flatzoid showed my video from today. He said my channel logo was bigoted and indoctrination. I never said her logo was bigoted, so that's a lie.
Yeah, the logo's was heads indoctrination. You can't have a bigoted logo. You know what I mean? Well, you can't really have a bigoted logo, can you?
No. You can actually.
Yeah,
I can give a few ones in history, but
yeah.
Heil Hitler. But anyway, yeah, I didn't say bigoted. I said her logo's indoctrination to a T.
Now you mentioned Hitler. That made me think about the cloning talk again. You know, that's one of the oldest subjects. Hitler. People says Hitler was cloned back then even. You know, that's been going on for years. That talk. It's kind of makes you think with all this stuff popping up now.
Oh, here we go.
Hey, if you could just put whoever somewhere and just make them a character and whatever, you know.
This is actually
anyway,
not
I'm not saying
Disclord.
anything.
No,
This is not Disclord. This is Lord Disc. It's his clone.
Listen, I'm not saying. Listen.
Are you
history, I
clone
don't know
number
what
7?
happened.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Are you clone number 7?
I don't know which number I might be. I might be the original.
Listen, let's be fair.
But I
With
don't think I
history suspects, right? So I don't know. But there's a lot of things that point to both sides. So I just don't know. So I throw my hands in the air and I say I don't know.
Yeah.
That's
it. That's it.
Yep.
We don't know. We don't know.
Okay, you guys ready to go in the comments?
Absolutely.
Okay, Reclosland, whatever this guy. That's like he's one of the hectic trolls on my channel. The first step of navigation is having a map, so you can pinpoint your locations. You do not know what size and shape the Earth is, hence you have no map to represent it. Talking about navigation without a map is futile. No, the first thing you need is a sextant when you're doing celestial navigation, not a map. A map makes it easier, but I can navigate here in the bush without having a map because I know my north from east to south to west. You just need to know to go a certain direction by following stars, the sun or the moon. You don't need a map to know how to travel. Maps just make it easier.
Hold on, Flatzoid. I have no sense of direction, and it's quite comical sometimes. Remember, Michael? Didn't I just get lost going
Walking
on a
out.
block the other day?
Yeah, looking for office.
Yeah. Nice.
But I mean, think about it. You can drop someone off in the bush even. They don't know where they are. If you just know how to navigate using the luminaries, you don't need a map to get out of the bush.
No.
I agree with that.
This guy who you're talking about anyway is a brand new sock.
No, he...
recently made.
Yeah, but he keeps making new ones, and it's the same. There's like Croissant or whatever he is.
Yeah.
But it's crazy. No, the maps just make it easier. And the thing that these guys ignore as well, the maps you use in celestial navigation is sectional maps, as I've been putting. Okay? It's sections from a map that you can put together. It's not a globe. You don't run around with a globe sphere in your hand. It's flat maps.
It's funny how navigation, you know, Avatar took the Navi as the people.
Yeah, Navi. But
The
I mean,
Navi.
Oh,
Didn't FTFE was running around with his little globe saying, "Oh, look it's got a scale on it and it's accurate."
Yeah. One to one, the 15 millionth or something like that. The scale. I can't remember what it was. How could that be accurate?
Yeah. Hey, into the break. Good to see you, mate. But yeah, and by the way,
Face to the globe.
yeah. But I mean, also, what has this got to do with the comment thread that's placed on? Nothing. Absolutely bugger all. But this shows you they don't even know why it's Dunning-Kruger. That's why I told him, let's see if you can figure out why it's Dunning-Kruger. Wow, Chief Brody, thank you very much for the super chat. Thank you for coming. Says, blow forth the what? Blow the froth off a couple on me, bro. Thank you. I don't know what that means, but thank you, Chief Brody.
I think he's saying have a couple of pints. Yeah.
Oh, have a cup of pints.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Oh yeah, okay. Blow the foam off the beer for me, bro.
He didn't say foam, he said froth.
Yeah, I know.
Here's some money.
I'll
Here's
call
some
it
money.
froth.
Go buy a couple of beers. Yeah.
It is called froth. I call it.
I don't know if
froth,
I
Yeah,
have
but I'm sure a lot of people would have no idea what that meant if they.
No, we all
Yeah.
know what it meant.
I
Yeah,
know.
you do.
I'd say
The only
froth.
people that change it to foam. Come on.
But
Discord.
around the world, most people
Kick
don't
him
use
out.
that expression. You just he wrote.
Whoa.
So that's just to make everybody understand.
We all use the froth. Didn't you ever see a Foster's Lager? Come on. You
We
blow
don't
that
use
froth right
that
off the
phrase
top.
though.
Well, yeah, in
use
South
it
Africa,
backwards over there.
we use froth and foam. So
Yeah.
Froth is actually pretty common with
Foam.
coffee too.
Foam to me is like
Foam.
in a
Yeah.
cushion.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean-
You blow the cushion off your beer?
Well, that's just how you look at it. But foam is foam. Foam is also what's foaming on top of a beer. You know,
Are
it's
you,
just how you look at it or how much you use the word.
You
Yeah,
drink your
quantum
bubble
foaming.
bath. You drink your bubble bath.
but again,
Soap foams, lots of things foam. You know.
but then again, thank you very Chief Brody for the £10 super chat. Really appreciate it, mate. There's your beer.
It's also used for a bench as well in England. You know, you call a bench a foam.
Froth to me is more like people falling down, spitting frothing out their mouth. You know,
Rabies.
The rabies.
getting an attack or rabies stuff. Yeah, that's the more common word for that, I think.
Holy shoot.
Frothing out your mouth, you know.
No, that's foaming out of your mouth.
You see what
See, same thing then. Same thing then.
Lord.
But I often hear people say frothing when people fall down.
No, that's
All right, listen.
Hold on.
Look, we got to call modern day debates: Neil versus Discord, Foth versus Frog. Foam.
Yeah.
You froth when you're making a cappuccino. You don't foam when you're making a cappuccino.
It's the
You
same
don't
thing.
froth when you're having a seizure. You foam. Holy shit! This guy's got everything all
Same
twisted.
fucking thing.
you know what, Dislord? I think the problem is that because it's maybe an American thing. 'Cause
Yeah.
they always got to be different, you know. Z and
No, because we call
Oh,
it
hold
froth
on,
here.
American thing. Wait a second. Michael was backing me with the.
Yeah, we call it
with
froth
the-
here.
Yeah, it's a
I
froth.
say-
I never called it a foam.
When I say I want a frothy coffee, I don't want cushions stuck inside it.
I don't want bubble bath in my latte.
Yeah, I don't want no bubble bath in my latte either.
I must say, I mean, I'm from Scotland. I'd say froth as well. I'd say
Thank
froth.
you. Discord.
I
Only
said
breaking
over
it
where
down.
you guys are, it's probably very normal, but around the world, we ain't all the same.
Okay, let's do it
Yeah,
this
that's why
way.
you said backwards.
Everybody in chat, type 1 if you think it should be named Froth, or type 2 if you think it should be named, or type 3 if you think it's both.
This is gonna be a landslide.
Or I mean, you can call it head.
Again, it would not be a fair, you know,
I'm
vote if people are from that area who all say froth. You know, that's what I'm trying to say.
I'm saying 3.
I'm with Flatzoid though. I think Z is a better letter than Z,
Me
and I'm American.
Zebra. It's not, that's why it's zebra, not zebra.
What? No, it's a zebra. What are you crazy?
Yeah. We call it set too. Yeah, we don't call it C. We call it
Set.
set. Yeah.
Okay, we got 2 1s already.
Landslide victory. There we go. Moving on.
3 1s.
Oh, awesome.
Into the break, they're the same. So into the break says a 3 as well. Okay, but anyway, let's move to the next comment.
We need a new poll.
Yeah, maybe let's
Froth
end this
or
poll.
foam?
I think let's end this poll. Froth or foam? I think that's a good one.
We're just having fun on a Wednesday.
Yeah,
Day.
How dare we? How dare you? Oh,
Oh, I guess I gotta update the live chat or what? I didn't even see the vote come up. I guess I'm looking at the wrong place.
there we go.
Oh, now it goes.
Say Sandy's banana boat. See, Sandy's banana says foaming at the mouth. And I mean, even, we also say froth at the mouth, so foaming, it depends. See, okay, we got 50-50, both and froth. More is both. Wow, it's picking up quickly. Still 50-50, guys. Okay, we'll get back to that just now. But again, thanks for the super chat. You've really got a debate going on here. Hey, froth is winning.
We're originally referring to a beer, weren't it? And I've
Yeah.
always had Froth on top of my beer.
Yeah. I mean,
And I you know, when I make my own cappuccinos, I have one of those ones to you know, I have what we call it here, you know,
A frother.
Nah, we call it a foamer. It
it's
is called a foamer here. It's the exact word we use for the product, you know. You know, milk
frothing one.
foamer. You know,
I don't
what
know.
to say.
Foam, when you say foam, it seems thicker to me. That's how when I say
Yeah.
foam, it's thick. When it's froth, it's not as
Yeah.
thick. That's why
Yeah.
I say both.
because like even
Yeah,
when
I do say both. That's what I've been saying the whole time.
yeah.
Well, with froth, they do change in thickness, so some of them can be considered foam.
That's a good point, Jeff.
They're not mutually exclusive, huh? Okay.
They're the same thing, just, you know, slightly different. It's like, you know, like there's not too many bubbles in your soda, but there's triple the times bubbles in my soda, you know. Same thing, but not as bubbly.
These are the real questions we answer on Flatzoid's perspective.
Yeah. Well, it is.
That's right.
It is perspective for a reason. I mean, everybody's got their own perspective on things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Next question. Next comment.
Yeah.
Mescro, talking about DKE, will you? That would be Dunning-Kruger effect. Will you tonight also address you doxing Ember? What?
What?
Where did I dox Ember? I don't even know
How
who
did you
Ember is.
dox Ember?
The first guy I only met him on the MDD. How did I dox him? Doxing Ember, Jim, Mark, and MDD staff. While you're at it, please explain your own live stream was and still is titled Debate Flat Earth on Trial, if that indeed wasn't the topic of the debate. First of all, I didn't dox anyone, and
How
the
could you
title,
dox?
yeah, and
You were
the
on a debate.
title, I changed it to Flat Earth on Trial because that's what it showed on MDD. That wasn't the original. What's the name? That's why I showed the email to show. Look here, guys. It showed. This is the,
Yeah, and Jim backs that up. Jim
Yeah.
said the same thing on 24/7. Yeah.
we didn't
Yeah.
even know about it. It just changed like then just before the debate. So yeah,
Look at Haskins said it as well in one of his videos. He said they changed it just before the debate went out. Debate started.
yeah. So that's a really dishonest. But you see, this is the problem with these trolls, going out their way to try and lie and make people look dishonest. For what? Idiotic. Anyway, our favorite troll, guys, and Andrew. Woohoo! So, is Flatzoid going to tell us what he thinks is wrong with Aviator's comment, or do we have to guess? The fact he asked that is mind-numbingly obvious. I left it, I said in my comment, to see if you would know, correct?
Right.
He could also get around to denouncing the misogynist comments. What?
Misogynist comments.
Made about Globemon by Sovereign Soul, Alan Norstrand, Yannick Dazinger, and The Price of Adam and Sleeping Warrior. Wow.
Alan was joking about things. Alan jokes. Oh my goodness.
Really?
What was that Danish prick saying? Give
Yeah,
us.
exactly. He was joking, and it wasn't even that bad. I can't remember what he was saying, but he was joking, and it wasn't bad. Oh my
Look, all I'm saying is that Glober Mom probably can't drive. I'm not saying that that's.
Oh, shut up. It's sad. They can dish out, but they can't receive.
Exactly. If I took offence every time Alan joked about me, man, I'd be crying. For sure, wouldn't I?
Yeah. Anyway, okay, then he says, then there's explaining why he thinks elevation angles are part of spherical axis. They're not. Your spherical axis is derived from elevation angles.
Michael. No, man. Hand frother. We got those in my country. They are called a hand former. So
I like Into the Breaks comment. Flatzoid. The Earth is supposedly 70% water, and that water is uncarbonated. So technically, the Earth is flat.
Oh, wow. That's a good one. So Andrew, he says, explaining why he thinks elevation angles are part of spherical axis. Spherical axis comes off of elevation angles. That's how surveying is done. It's an elevation angle. When they work out slope angles or inclines, it comes from an elevation angle. That's what it is. The base is an elevation angle.
He's in the chat.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm talking specifically to him now.
Oh, yeah.
So he already knows. So he's already explaining that even his whole presentation he brought with the theodolites for the horizontal baselines, he knows he didn't. He showed that he doesn't understand what he was presenting then. Then he said, how its optical effect the measurement of azimuth. What? Okay, that doesn't make sense. How it's optical affects the measurement of azimuth angles. Simple. When you're looking through a optical device like a theodolite or a scope or anything, which a theodolite is actually, it's a scope, it has to conform with optical phenomena like perspective and refraction and all that nonsense. So it changes the apparent altitude angle over your azimuth. The fact he doesn't get the azimuth angle, the measurement was horizontal, showed that he doesn't understand. Should we go show him what azimuth angles are, guys? Oh, I don't know how much time I have to explain this. Why it's flat, guys. This is your azimuth. This would be on the horizontal plane, correct, guys?
Yeah.
The azimuth is just your direction to the observation point.
That's right. Diagram's showing it on a plane.
Well, on the plane, yeah.
Yeah.
So you know, a ball there, like.
No, so in other words, a whole 360 degrees around you to the GP is flat. It's a horizontal baseline. It even says the angle between north measured clockwise around the observer's horizon. That would be horizontal, guys, and the celestial body. You get it? So you're looking at a flat plane baseline. That's why. So when he gives those flat line base measurements of 4,000 kilometers linked, it's 4,000 kilometers of flat measured Earth. He just doesn't seem to grasp how that works.
Can't educate Park.
Yeah, I love that when you say that. That's one of your oldest sayings that I've heard you say. I love it when you say that.
So now he says how its optical causes diverging zeniths. Ever heard of word perspective before?
Well, they've heard of it. Whether they know what it means, different story.
Yeah. I mean, let's do this. This will explain it quickly. There we go. Are they physically dropping in the distance? Where's my favorite
Oh,
one?
I can't believe we're still showing pictures of lampposts.
I'm looking for my favorite one, the one we usually use.
Yeah, that's a good one.
There we go.
There it is.
We're still using the light post because people just don't grasp it, and it's like they just don't want to. It's like they just like, I don't want to see that. Okay, it doesn't mean anything to me.
Exactly. So we have to keep showing it until they do get it. Look at that. Is it physically dropping into the horizon, or is it converging due to perspective? Oh.
Converging.
Donkey leafy. I don't know what you guys call it, a small, whatever you guys call it in America.
What?
I know, like a cookie with a melted marshmallow in between. Oh.
Oh, s'more.
Wow. Never heard of it.
You've never heard of it?
No.
You've never had a s'more? Oh
No.
my
Graham
goodness.
crackers, chocolate, and marshmallow.
I've had a small bum.
Oh, delicious. Let me show him on screen.
Yeah, it's just yeah. So it's 2 graham crackers, a piece of chocolate, and a melted marshmallow.
Delicious.
Do you not have
Preferably a
marshmallows
fire
in
roasted
there?
marshmallow.
Do you not have marshmallows? No, they're foam mallows.
Foam mellows. Froth mellows.
What's the vote
Look,
saying?
Froth
so
is winning by 4% still. So
Wow. It's a huge gap margin, guys. Andrew John says, are those light poles leaning away?
No.
No, because the globe doesn't exist. But if you look at the
leaning
angle,
light poles.
yeah, but because of perspective, they compress away from each other. Look, so they look to have a leaning, don't they? Correct? Because you know how foreshortening works, Andrew. The foreshortening effect will give it a curved look. That's why if you look at these, I might have to draw it. Oh, I can't believe I have to keep doing this. How many times do I have to save this light bulb image?
Andrew, you voted foam, didn't you? I bet he did. He's a foamer.
He's a foamer.
Yeah, but who wanna drink something with froth on top? Man, just the sound of it makes me wanna puke. You know?
You gotta have head on your beer.
Gotta have a nice foamy top on that beer, not a frothy thing, you know? Ugh.
Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to see if how am I gonna draw this out for Andrew to understand in very simple terms. Okay. You see this angular separation here, Andrew? Do you see it differs from there, and it differs from here, and it differs from there, and it carries on, and then this angle and this angle also differs straight. All of them are going to differ because it has a foreshortening effect. So it gives an effect like it's not just diverging away, that it's leaning away as well. Can you see the way the angles are going? Almost looks like it's leaning away. Not because it physically is, it's perspective. It's foreshortening. It's the way the angle is situated. Hey, Godzilla 37, good to see you, man. SR man, thank you for coming. Good to see you guys. Glad you could make it. So I hope that explains it in simple terms to him. You guys can talk, you know.
I didn't know. I didn't know I could. Thank you.
He only says that because he's busy eating his cookie.
Yeah. Cookies.
I wonder if that cookie's so good he's gonna be foaming all over the place in a couple of seconds.
Mouth froth.
Yeah. Delicious.
But it's good to see you guys.
What time does your power go off there?
I just came on. It came on. It was off till 9, so
Okay.
we're not capped tonight, guys.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
No capping.
Yeah.
No capping.
Okay, so it's simple. It's optical. Okay, then he says, what he thinks is properly portrayed about Southern Hemisphere intercontinental flights. Okay, you have to give me a bit more on that. I don't know what he's talking about. And why is he talking to me like is it like in third person? I thought he's asking me these questions. So why is he saying what he thinks is improperly portrayed about Southern Hemisphere's intercontinental flights? Do you guys know what he means with that?
I think he's talking whatever, like your Johannesburg to Santiago, all that jazz.
Then
I
he
have no
said,
idea.
then he says the 3,900 kilometers plus flat baselines, yeah, that you measured flat for us, thank you, showed us fat, that he claims was measured across the US during the transcontinental triangulation in addition to the 86 kilometers that was documented. What's to explain about it? You just showed it to be flat, measured for 3,900 kilometers, so 4,000 kilometers flat measurement. That azimuth angle, horizontal flat baseline showed. Ding ding. I guess that's all we can say about that comment. If the guy still doesn't get it, I have no idea what he's going to get.
It's also the transcontinental traverse, not transcontinental triangulation.
Ah. Well, they do triangulation though.
Sure, yeah.
Which
The
requires...
TCT is the transcontinental traverse.
Yeah. Which actually requires the flat baseline. Note that no one here has realized why it's Dunning-Kruger yet. Okay, next one. Raymond. Oh, one of my new favorite trolls in here as well. This guy is also, he's like on a whole different level. This is Flatzoid's Dunning-Kruger. Reading a comment that makes complete sense for all people that have proved their intelligence in their life.
Oh God.
With the jobs
Yeah.
they have and with the money they make, and thinking that you know better, while the truth is that you are understanding an absolute nothing of all this branch of knowledge. First of all, construct a proper sentence. And
Yeah, and I guess the amount of money that you make is all determined your intelligence, eh? Oh, that's funny. I never knew that's what determines your intelligence. Huh.
yeah.
That must be new.
Yeah, and all the fucking IQ test bullshit, man. Most people won't be able to do those tests because it's your brain has to be wired in a certain way, or you have to be training that shit to understand it. You know, some of those tests are ridiculous.
Well,
Yep.
I can point to a
Simple
few
in
people.
science and
I can point to a few people in history that has very high IQ that were idiots.
I think
Yeah,
the
but-
IQ test is flawed.
yeah.
Did you just say Glober, Mom? Oh, never mind.
What?
I mean, IQ test. Can it really tell you how intelligent you are? I mean,
IQ test just works out how logically you think. So it takes, can you recognize patterns, kind of thing. That's
Yeah.
practically
It
what
literally
it does.
just shows how autistic you are,
Yeah.
you know, or how close you are to be able to be autistic, you know, do that kind of thing. You know,
I just say you
recognize
can-
numbers, signs, and symbols, and put them together. You know, even though you haven't seen them before. Or, yeah,
Yeah, it's just so you can recognize patterns.
yeah.
Well, it's also like, okay, I'm not a brain surgeon. I didn't learn to be a brain surgeon. Does that make me stupid because I didn't learn to be a brain surgeon? No. It just means that I didn't learn to be a brain surgeon.
Exactly.
No.
And I didn't learn to put all those weird ass signs together in school.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, there was something like that in math, but nothing like the test.
I mean, let's put it this way. Have you guys ever heard of the Unabomber before?
Yep.
I've heard the name a couple of times at least.
That guy had apparently a 167 IQ, higher than Einstein. Okay, or 176, something like that. and he was so dumb that he went and got himself caught because he wanted people to realize that who he was that did all the bombings for 17 years. If he was so smart, would he make sure he gets caught? Give himself a way to get caught? I mean, the guy was also so dumb, he didn't even get it right to commit suicide. He tried to hang himself with an underpants or something. Yeah.
Yeah. He even failed at that.
Even
Well,
failed
you
at
got
that.
to hang yourself. You got to hang yourself in style, ain't you?
But I mean, so tell me, with that whole story, does 176 IQ help you at all?
No.
It could, but depending on what you gotta use it for.
I bet you ain't got an IQ of 10.
Well, apparently not in his case.
I
No.
bet you've not got an IQ of 10 between everybody in your comments.
Well, you know what? All these people in here, their IQ probably is like reaching 0.2, 0.3, maybe if we're lucky, 0.5. I'm just joking, guys. At least they know.
I never realised people could be so fake till I started getting trolled.
Oh yeah.
well,
Oh yeah.
But then again, I think half these people are the same people.
Yeah.
yeah.
Half these.
Well, there's somebody in chat now that actually admits that they're the same people as the blooming sock. You know what I mean?
And they're proud of it.
Yeah, I'm proud of it. Yeah.
I don't even know how to make a sock account anyways, so I've never had one.
It's just make another account, isn't it?
Did you ever have a nice foamy coffee or a nice foamy beer?
At Froth, okay?
No, my beer is frothy.
That sounds disgusting. Let's stop this.
Okay, next one, Dustin Bones, Resident Troll. Should he be using...
Very, very fake.
Yeah. Should he be using limited angles instead? Or is he mistaking angles that are occulting? Maybe he is talking about optical angles, then they are perspective based. Maybe you could do a lengthy video about this and explain this to us. There's nothing to explain. We literally went through why this was a Dunning-Kruger comment, and all we get is from these guys is they show they don't know why it's Dunning-Kruger, which just shows how dumb these guys are. Godzilla, if dolphins are so smart, why are they getting caught in all those tuna nets? That's just true. NASA was so smart they actually funded of millions and millions of dollars to do a experiment, quote unquote experiment kind of thing on dolphins to maybe try and communicate with them. They literally thought they could communicate with dolphins, guys.
Wow.
That they ended up having one of the so-called scientist ladies having a relationship with a dolphin, jerking him
I think
off
Andrew's a
constantly.
dolphin.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it was very significant. It was before they started going to space. Remember, NASA started off as a nautical agency.
Yeah, of course they did. Yeah.
So they stopped doing nautical and they decided to go to space. Yeah.
They still are nautical.
Yeah, of course, but they still.
Very good point. Very
Yeah,
good
they
point.
never stopped. They've always been landing in the water.
Yeah, the only thing is they make their own pools now. They don't go and discover the rest of the ocean. Do you know what I mean? A lot of the ocean's undiscovered. Do you know what I mean? It hasn't been seen. Mental.
And Andrew Johnson just debunked the globe's claims that you don't measure on a flat earth, guys. SA man, latitude lines are curved on a flat earth too. Ha!
Got him.
Exactly, because it's an arc measurement, Andrew. Congratulations, welcome to flat earth.
It really is a plank of wood, isn't it?
Oh,
wow.
How did you not see that?
Okay, anyway, next one. I know why. You think it's Dunning-Kruger effect because you failed to grasp how measurements from the vertical, aka your 90 degrees, the measured altitude, were converted to a horizontal measurement, the altitude. What?
Does that look like a dolphin?
Let's read that again. The measurements from the vertical. Okay, we got a vertical. Let's actually draw this out. Because, I don't know, this just doesn't make sense. Let's just make a new one. That's going to be easier. Okay. Okay, we got the floor. Blah, blah, blah. Again, guys, if you did join, please hit the likes and share the show. It does help to get to a wider audience. Really, really do appreciate it. You guys rock. Okay. Oh, let's go. Okay, so vertical, guys. That's what he claimed, correct? Vertical. So, the measurement from your vertical, your 90 degrees, okay? The measured altitude. You don't have a measured altitude here. You're just 90 degrees. That's a 90 degree. Because it's vertical. See, it's 90. 90 plus 90, 180. You're making an internal sum triangle. Okay. Then it says the measured altitude. What measured altitude? You have no measured altitude because you're standing vertical. Convert it to a horizontal measurement. I don't understand how it says converted to horizontal measurement.
I guess they're just saying convert this.
It's by default a right angle triangle means it's a horizontal baseline with a vertical angle, so it's 90 degrees. Okay, anyway, the altitude for convenience and reducing human error. Was this guy drunk or something when he wrote this? It doesn't even make sense. Anyway, the irony of it is that you're regularly citing the 90 degrees, the measured altitude, while you fail to realize significance, is a long-running gag about who is Dunning-Kruger afflicted. You. I'm sorry, I don't understand what the hell this guy's writing. Does anybody else here understand? Maybe you guys can explain it to me. I feel like he's talking Chinese to me in English.
Well, maybe Andrew can translate. I think it's in Dolphin.
Because you guys would agree this doesn't even make sense.
No, it just makes it's nonsense.
I mean, you can take Google Translate and do a better job than this.
We should call Flipper and ask.
Flipper.
Wow. So yeah. That's really bad. And then we got all points like elevations are from level as flat along an extended plane. Congratulations, I'm liking that. Congratulations, you know why it's Dunning-Kruger. Simple. Was that so difficult for people to understand, guys? Next one. Are you going to tell us what is wrong with the comment? No. Well, nothing seems to be wrong with it. So that's... yeah. Wow. So
this kind of reminds me, on Facebook, you'll see those posts where it'll be like, solve this equation. And it's like 10 times 2, and then in brackets, 4 divided by 7. And all these people are putting like the wrong answer all the way down, but one person gets it right. That's kind of like, that's what this comment thread reminds me of.
That's so true. Hey, Titan Long, good to see you, mate. Yeah.
Out of curiosity, what the hell is this Dunning-Kruger effect anyways? Like I've heard it, but I don't even know what it is.
Okay, kick him out. Now you're banned.
What? Because I don't know what that means?
No,
okay.
You're Dunning-Kruger because you don't know what Dunning-Kruger is.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I guess I am the Dunning-Kruger of all of them.
No, it's when you're claiming to be sort of like an expert in something while showing to be totally wrong. In other words, you are declaring to be knowledgeable, but on what you're knowledgeable is just wrong. You're actually totally wrong.
Okay, so that name is probably named after someone that did that, I'm assuming. So
Yeah.
he was the first one? I doubt that.
We're named after a globetrotter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
Yeah. But that's how it says Dunning-Kruger, because they think they know what they're talking about, but when they show what they're talking about, they're totally wrong. They don't have a cooking clue what they're talking about.
It's when so here it is. It's the Dunning-Kruger effect occurs when a person's lack of knowledge and skills in a certain area cause them to overestimate their own competence. That's essentially the most succinct explanation.
Yeah, that's a much more concise.
Prime example, Phil Bell.
Notice how Phil Bell still hasn't replied to me, still hasn't decided. I will come and talk. Running away.
Yeah, the 27 questions, right? He was still waiting on some equipment like a microphone or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's putting his shattered life back together.
Yeah, his son died or something.
Maybe he's going to start gaming with Sean. Maybe they can do some dual streams.
But you see, that's the problem I had though. He says he has no time. He's too busy to do that. But he has time to troll a channel. It's fine to troll a channel. You have time for that. But you don't have time just to answer at least one of the 27 questions asked. Come on. Crazy.
Yeah, that's one of those lame excuses the girls would give you. Yeah, I gotta wash my hair. I've got a headache. Right? Come on, Phil, put out.
But I mean, even before he, because I don't know, I heard something that his son died or something. I'm not sure, but if it is,
oh well, now you make me feel bad. Jeez, Flatzoid.
But even if it is so, I condolences, Phil, for your son. If it's so, really sorry about that.
Yeah, it's terrible.
But still, the hinges on if you are able to control a channel. I think you're able to just answer a few questions that's asked of you. So yeah. Anyway, hope he gets over that soon and gets to answering the 27 questions. Okay, next one. Reality is easy, Flatzoid. It shows how it's done without hiding the most basic things. Polaris is almost a fixed point in the sky, and we know that we obtain changes in elevation on the surface depending directly on the movement of the north-south direction. Oh, like the light poles we showed, correct? Yeah.
Polaris, it says almost a fixed. I'm pretty sure it's fixed.
I
haven't seen it move.
No, they say almost fixed as in it has a little bit of movement around its orientation, like it's almost like a half a degree or something. That's why. Okay, then he says, where were we? It is rotation, not a linear perspective. What does it mean it is a rotation?
Rotation?
What's rotation? You said it's fixed, now you're saying a rotation. How can something be fixed and have a rotation?
We're talking about Earth, I think.
It's a contradiction. I know, it is a perspective. We've explained how it's perspective. I've even made graphs trying to explain it to you guys. Very simple stuff. Okay.
Fixed rotatory. Wow.
I'm moving at 100 kilometers an hour by staying still. Yeah, that one. What works for everything else works also for Polaris. An angle is a rotation. An angle is not a rotation, mate.
Wow. An angle is a rotation. How?
Hey Flatter Saga, good to see you, mate. And Elite 333, thank you for coming. Can someone explain to me what an angle is rotation means?
I guess my square table is a rotating table.
Yeah.
It's got 90-degree angles on it.
I think what he's trying to talk
It
about...
must be spinning.
Yeah, it must be.
I think what he's trying to explain here is the arc. You know this arc? I think that's what he's trying to say.
Okay.
It's a rotation, maybe. No, it's an arc. That is your angle. This
That's-
is angle.
Yeah. That's exactly the P angle too, almost. Yeah, it looks pretty much like the P angle.
So you pee straight up.
Your P straight out, but it doesn't go straight.
It goes.
Curves. That's the best blow proof, you know. Water curves. Just watch yourself piss.
Oh no, Froth and both are tied. Damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, go both.
But if you notice that the just form itself is also doing pretty good.
Andrew John says an angle is a rotation between two directions. No, an angle is two straight lines meeting at a vertex. The arc is the distance between them. That's what an angle is. This is how moronic these people are.
Wow.
Come on, Andrew.
Calling an arc a rotation.
I was voting for you, little dolphin. Come on.
Just because it's an arc doesn't make it a rotation, Andrew.
Read his comment again.
An angle is a rotation between two directions.
That's mental.
Wow. So he's trying
Come
to...
on, little dolphin. You can do better.
You know what he's trying to point here? I think he's trying to point the azimuth out. And because he's pointing the azimuth out, he's trying to say the angle is a rotation. No, the angle is not a rotation. The angle is the angle measurement over the horizontal. The azimuth is the direction on that horizontal path.
Hey, listen, my car engine can do 1,500 angles per minute. Okay? So, don't you worry.
That's a good one. Oh, wow. I actually enjoy these comment section things.
I
should do
take
them
it back.
all.
It's Phil Bell's not the embodiment of Dunning-Kruger. It's Andrew.
Yeah. Andrew, you know what I mean? You should be proud of that.
This is linear perspective follows a different rule. Yeah, linear perspective just follows linear perspective. It's got nothing to do with angles rotating. Okay. Reality is easy, Flatzoid, and speaks clearly. Oh, thank you. You don't need to fabricate strange effects that no one else has witnessed before. What is he talking about?
Don't know.
What have we fabricated, guys? I mean, usually what we talk about, we actually demonstrate.
I have fabricated that Andrew's a dolphin. I will admit that. That is a fabrication.
I see Phobe's catching up now, guys.
No.
Dang it.
Yeah.
Come on, Frothers. I'm going out on Twitter. Hashtag Frothers.
I can only vote once.
Yeah, I can only vote
Yeah.
once.
From 23, Froth.
Make a soccer account and vote again.
Hey.
You gotta love it.
No, I don't want to have a sock account.
Andrew, we know you have 15 soccer accounts. Please log in and vote Froth. Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay, again, le croissant. Geometry and angles are very complicated for you. Geometry are angles, actually, to let you know. Maybe you should stop talking about it until you learn a bit more. Projection much? Is that all I can say?
Le Croissant? Is that his name?
The croissant, yeah.
He's a croissant?
He's a croissant.
I'm pretty sure a croissant has angles.
Talking croissant?
It's a croissant. He comes here and he speak geometry. Yeah, what is croissant?
What would you call that? You know, that Danish or whatever. It's not Danish, but you know, a croissant. You know, it kind of sounds like a cross saint or cross ant. You know, cross saint.
Cross the ant.
Yeah.
It's a Christian pastry.
And Biff says, I'll say it again. YCDFAWAA. All the angles.
You can't do F all with an angle.
You can go fuck all to that, you know, but
I'm trying to keep it polite. I've heard that somewhere. Who said that before?
Where's
Some rude personality.
Yeah.
We don't do that in here.
His name is French for crust. Okay.
Croissant?
Croissant?
Oui, oui.
Okay, Fraud
Sacre bleu.
Hunter 2299. Flatzoid, do you agree that there is evidence that the Earth could be a globe? No, I don't agree. That's why I'm not a glober. I think it's quite obvious. The fact that we observe an opposite star rotation in the north and south can only work on a globe, on a rotating globe. No, it does not.
Just skip this one. You've drawn it so many times, Flatzoid. Don't draw it again, please.
I'm not going to. Besides, this has got nothing to do with the comment we brought up with the thread. So it's just a obfuscation. It's a total red herring. I live in the southern hemisphere. What's an hemisphere, by the way? Would that be begging the question of a globe?
Yes.
And have my own observation of that rotation. I know it is a fact that no one can deny this. This is easy tested by using a large ball and 2 cameras opposite sides facing up and then rotating the ball. The camera will show what we see in reality, but doesn't if the ball was flat. What made the ball flat? This must mean there is at least one proof of a globe, right? No, we've demonstrated this. It's not globe related, it's position related.
Did you reply to it?
I can't even remember. I don't think so. Because this looks really fresh to me. Nope. No, I didn't reply to it. Let's see. Did I reply? Nope, definitely not. Because I don't reply to such idiocy. I mean, how much times do we have to reply to this nonsense?
So, what are they then? All trolls replying to another troll?
Yeah, they're just talking to themselves.
Patting each other on back.
Yeah.
Yay, we're so dumb, yay.
Like this, how can there be a 2 axis of rotation on a single dome? It's one rotation, you absolute dickwad.
Put in.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like really swearing at these people, and then I remember, thou shalt not. That just comes to my word. Just relax. Slow to anger. You know? It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll definitely swear at them sometimes. We all fall short of the sight of God. So,
Oh, yeah. But I mean, this is like really 2 axes of rotation. There's not even a 2 axes of rotation on their globe. It's one. This is how. That's epitome of Dunning-Kruger, guys. There's only one rotation. One. It doesn't physically turn the other way. Oh, okay. And then we got Brian's logic in. You can't do.
You gotta reply until it's dry.
Hey, Yannick Desinger, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. So anyway, it says you can't do dip correction to a tangent plane and their globes. Horizon is always refracted, so you can't use it for latitude. Exactly. You can't have a bent tangent. So I thought that was a cool first.
The last time I had a bent tangent, I spent 3 weeks in the hospital. I just want to put that out there. Painful, dude.
Ouch. So that was that first one. Here we go. This is the same, where Andrew doesn't grasp all measurements are taken from flat Earth, however we can make it. It says, why are you mentioning elevation angles? So I place this, and he says, Martin is educating you that if angles of a triangle exceed 180 degrees, then you're not dealing with Euclidean geometry. What's a triangle again, guys?
I would say you also ain't got a triangle.
Yeah. What is a triangle?
Three straight lines, internal angles add up to 180.
No more.
Yeah, I think it's
Did you
very
say Brian's
simple.
logic is here?
No, it was in the comment section.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Hey Keith Fern, good to see you. Yeah, Nathan definitely doesn't care. He loves to swear. It's Nathan. Okay. Do you realize that the flat circle in that diagram is the observer's horizontal plane? Don't you? It's not the surface of the Earth. Okay, so this guy's not standing on the surface of the Earth, guys.
It's floating.
That azimuth, the ground that says
David
ground plane. What is these words? Ground plane, guys.
Mm.
Oh, wow.
Hey, JC
Don't ever
Scanners.
stop trolling Andrew because you're too funny, mate.
Wow.
Too funny.
It's literally there in black and white. Ground plane, azimuth. It's horizontal. It's there. Ground plane. Oh. And then he says, whoops. Welcome to flat Earth, Andrew. Horizontal plane. Only problem is it is the Earth you're standing on. Okay, then he says, the subject at hand was spherical axis, which is derived from azimuth angles. So, in other words, horizontal baselines, and your spherical axis that you calculated is based on what? Optical measurements, perspective. For some reason, you and Droid started talking about elevation angles. It is an elevation angle.
How can you get spherical axis in azimuth angle?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell him. It's a horizontal baseline. As soon as you're saying this spherical axis, it's a vertical, correct?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
means vertical, so it has an elevation angle. See there, elevation? That's an elevation angle. The spherical axis, as they put it, would be a slope from your azimuth. It
Well,
means
they do claim.
Yeah.
They do claim. I've heard Ruhif and McToon, I believe, claim their horizontal measurements via long distance theodolite measurements, claiming spherical axis.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. It's crazy. He doesn't understand this. I mean, should we go through his presentation again, where he shows 4,000 kilometers of horizontal baseline measurements?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, hey, God, how you doing?
Yeah, Gord is awesome. It's good to see you guys all here. Please, again, just sorry to remind you, please share the show. Please hit the likes. It really, really does help to get the show out to a wider audience.
And
But
please vote Froth.
No, vote both. Vote
Yeah, vote both.
Woo, woo. 39%, 39%, and 23%. The foams are way behind.
Bunch of foamies.
No.
Yeah, I see 23, 39, 39.
Froth rules.
Andrew Johnson says spherical axis derived from azimuth angles. It's derived from elevation angles. The azimuth angle, Andrew, is your direction on the horizontal. That's all the azimuth is. An azimuth is only your direction on the horizontal. How do we make this again? Direction. Guys, what's another word for direction?
Vector.
No, but that's what magnitude.
I was just talking synonyms. I wasn't even looking at what you were pointing at. To be honest, I just come back from the toilet. I just
Let's do it this way. This would be a direction. Right?
Oh, I see what you're saying now. I've just come back. I get what you're saying. I've just come back from the toilet and heard what you said.
Left. Up. Well, this would be in front if you're looking top down. And back. Those are directions. Okay? Your azimuth. Where's the circle now? Your azimuth would be now the direction going
like a compass?
clockwise. Yeah. So say you standing here and you got an observation here. Your azimuth would be the measurement angle measurement to the direction to the plane there. So if it's here, you have another angle measurement to there. That's your azimuth angle. So you know where on the plane you are situated, where you're looking, north, south, east, west. Like a compass. The elevation angle is what gives you your beloved spherical axis. Andrew? You're confusing azimuth directions with azimuth angles. Oh boy. Let's do this for Andrew. What?
Well, in his
Why was
defense,
helping Andrew?
he's in
Like,
dolphinographic view, so.
I think he's like beyond lost, and he's just I don't know.
An azimuth angle is the compass direction. Let's read his again. An azimuth angle is the difference between the two azimuth directions. Let's read on screen. The azimuth angle is the compass direction. What does he say? An azimuth angle is the difference between the two azimuth directions. Again, last time. The azimuth angle is the compass direction.
Andrew, mate, you need to stop talking, mate, because you
I know.
are a pudding.
You
Yeah,
see,
you're just failing again.
Andrew is the epitome of Dunning-Kruger. Case in point. This is why we laugh at these guys. This is why we say... That's why my original thing with trolls are pathetic. Hey, Froth is winning. 33 votes. No, come on. What's
Yay.
this Freemason number? Change it, guys. Put them both. Come on. Click on both. I mean, this... You know what these guys remind me of? It's like they're going to school and the teacher tries to teach them something and tell the teacher, no, you're wrong. This is what it's supposed to be, correct?
Well, they all tell us that we're uneducated, so I would surmise that's projection, and it might be them who never went to school.
Yeah, exactly. Richard G, A for effort. Wow. Okay, where were we? Okay, next one. Raymond again. Ooh, okay. In Ecuador, there are two very close mountains visible from each other. 31 kilometer as the crow flies between them. Okay. They are Eliniza, whatever. Okay. And Cotopaxi.
You get crows in Ecuador.
Probably. Bye, Andrew. Go have fun.
Go and lick your wounds, mate.
All the fish, dolphins. Have a great...
They're usually butt hurt though, aren't they? So it's kind of hard for them to lick their own butts.
Bye, Andrew. Love you.
He's going to go home, lick his wounds, respawn, and come back tomorrow as though no it's ever happened.
And just say the same thing again.
But
He's
I mean-
got debunked.
Why does he just concede and say, yeah, I was wrong?
Well, exactly. Then he won't have to go through the same pain every night.
Yeah. Well, someone's sending hundreds and loves. Hundreds loves. So thanks, guys, all for coming. You rock.
I still don't have that on the computer yet. I've got it on my phone, but I still don't have it on the computer. The love heart thing.
I don't think it's on the computer.
No,
it is on computer. I've got it on mine.
Really?
No,
Huh.
I haven't got it.
It came on mine about 2 months ago for a couple of weeks, then disappeared, and then it's just come back last week.
Maybe it needs.
Maybe it's a UK thing.
So I think they might just be testing it or something, maybe.
Mm,
It's annoying because it blocks bottom comment.
it does.
It is annoying.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. So what's this guy saying? We also know the mountains from the triangle, so it's flat with the North Pole, and this triangle is obviously the sum of an internal angles that is than 180. No. An triangle can only have an internal sum of 180 degrees. Hey, we got another guy back. Aaron, thank you for coming. He says it's access. Yeah, guys, attacking my excess and access, accent and how I spell it.
Pronunciation, yeah. And Andrew Johnson says, geez, do none of you know what HHGTTG is? See ya. I don't know what you're on about.
Have to go.
Hug.
Yeah, what is
Hug.
Hey, good to the gug. Well, cheers,
I have no
Andrew.
clue what
Oh, it's dolphin language. Jeez, guys.
Bye, Andrew. Oh, shit.
Aaron, we don't give a shit how we were saying it, pronouncing it. Everybody
We
knows.
don't even care about you, Aaron. You're a liar, mate. Get lost.
Ron.
Ron. Is Ron here?
It's not an attack. Well, why would
Why don't you guys even know my name? You can't say it right. So dumb.
But that was an awesome thing from what's Keenan and what's that? Ron. Did you watch that? It's from Keenan and Pal, I think. What? How do you pronounce their names?
Yeah.
But Keenan and Cal, yeah.
Keenan and Cal, yeah.
Aaron, are you here? so it's Aaron. That was brilliant. Spherical spheres. That's a good one. I would hope it. Hitchhiker's Guide.
Spherical access.
Oh, yeah. It's spoken by dolphins. There we go. That's a good one.
Oh, Hitchhiker's Guide to the
Now I
Galaxy.
catch it. Thank you, Andrew.
Thank you, Flipper.
42 is the answer to life, the world, and the universe.
That's right. The meaning of life.
It took millions of years to come out with the answer 42. Wow.
Okay. Anyway, it's called spherical triangle. It's not an invention of the moment. No shit, Sherlock. It's just not Euclidean geometry. But the problem is your globe is Euclidean geometry. Your globe is based on Euclidean geometry. So as soon as you leave Euclidean geometry, you can't claim your globe anymore. This is how idiotic these people are. They don't understand. It's the same as gravity is a force, but it's not a force. Same as you claim a triangle that's not a triangle. It's really idiotic.
He was saying excess. You were just mishearing him, dude.
I know.
Good God.
Cheers, Andrew.
He's
Thanks for
from
coming,
South
mate.
Africa.
I'm from South Africa.
South Africa.
As Mr. Sensible says, South Africa. Yeah, dude. Today we're going to be talking like a South African folk, you know? Come on, man. This is not how it works here, okay? Come on, man. Please.
It's almost like a cross between South African and New Zealand.
No, are you trying to make fun of me just because of my South African accent? How dare you, bro? Come on, bro,
Yes.
man.
Yes. So I am.
What is happening right now? Is this
Yes, I am.
Scottish South Africa?
Yeah. Would you like some ice cream?
Nah, mate.
Some ice cream.
You're just retarded. Come on, man. What the hell are you talking about?
It's like Dell in Cape Town. That's what that is.
No. Okay. Okay, let's see. So he says it's Theolus, an astronomer and mathematician who wrote the Spherix, a book of geometry in the sphere. Yeah, we don't give a shit. It still doesn't make a triangle spherical. Okay. Then JC Knight again. Someone isn't grasping it certainly. Yeah, that would be you guys. Because you've explained how you're not grasping it.
Graphical access.
Andrew again, but he's left already. Hey RH, good to see you. He says, hey Flat, seeing as you brought up reciprocal zenith angles, how do you explain diverging zeniths? That is the whole definition of your reciprocal zenith angles. It's diverging zeniths. That's what it means.
And they don't exist.
They don't exist in reality, no. And we try to explain this. Okay, let's show this quickly. Just for the fun of it, while people are here. this would be your diverging angles, zenith reciprocal angles.
Look at that. Right.
What the heck? Froth is tight again. Dang it.
You see, they claim the vertical is going to the center of Earth in three different WhatsApps.
Right.
By having a chord, aka 90-degree baseline, through the center of the Earth, and therefore you have a diverging zenith, which is false. This
ridiculous.
You know,
That's bad.
You know, they don't actually measure this zenith diverging. They calculate it in with the assumption that the slope or incline you are measuring to be based on an ellipsoid.
Wow.
That's it. That's how it works.
That's ridiculous, that is.
I mean, look at this. The guy is measuring upper heel here, correct?
Yeah.
And now he is assuming, because it's a globe, the zeniths are diverging away from each other. That's zenith reciprocal angles. It's just their belief, guys. They first measure it flat and calculate it into a globe based on their belief.
But it's a big problem for celestial navigation to have diverging zeniths.
Exactly, it wouldn't work.
Just lean it either side a couple of degrees. That's it.
It wouldn't work. Celestial navigation can't work with diverging zeniths.
No,
They need them to have the same angle measurements on the same plane.
Bypass each other and things like that. It just wouldn't work at all.
Yeah, they don't call it an equatorial plane for nothing. It's crazy. Oh, okay. Where were we? Oh, yeah. Then we got Tiny Captain, the guy that tries to teach me celestial navigation constantly. Okay. The diagram shows has nothing to do with an angle between the horizon and the celestial body. The horizontal and horizon is not the same thing.
The horizontal and the horizon is not the same.
He says it's got nothing to do with the celestial. Okay, what's on screen?
The hell? What on earth?
Horizontal. It literally says horizontal there, correct?
Yep.
What would this be? The horizon?
Yeah.
What happens when you take a theodolite or a sextant or something, and you point it horizontally, especially celestial? Let's take this with a sextant. You sight it to the horizon. That would be your horizontal baseline, because you're bringing the luminary down to the horizon to what they call kiss the horizon. That's when you sway it left and right to make sure it is totally parallel.
It's romantic.
Wow.
Yeah, never mind. Kissing the horizon. Yeah.
Let's get it on.
Yeah, and not French kissing.
Not French. Oh, no tongues. Nah, terrible.
Let's do it this way. Using a sextant. We've shown this many times, but I think we have to do it again. How to use a sextant.
So you drink some Red Bull, get on a skateboard.
Red Bull.
On a half pipe.
Concave airflow.
Yeah, man, concave.
Okay, the sextant. Ooh. I want to go away.
This is a sextant, which is kind of the end of the evolution of a lot of instruments that were used to cite the altitude of stars in the sky.
Okay, let's go to where he actually uses it.
The angle from the horizontal to however high it is.
Okay, let's go listen to that again.
A celestial object, which is the angle from the horizontal to however high it is.
But you don't use the horizontal, guys. You don't use the horizon. No.
Of course not.
And then the other angle is called the azimuth, which is basically dividing up the horizon into 360 degrees we use the information about its altitude and its azimuth to estimate location.
Yeah. Let's go to where you can talk about it again.
The horizon, number one.
Okay, wait, I go back a touch. Okay.
Look through this telescope, and what you'll see is the horizon.
The horizon, number one.
But number two is this mirror here is on a movable arm, which changes angle.
Ooh.
The light from, let's say, the sun in this case, will reflect off of this mirror, and I can put a filter in the way so I don't have to stare directly into the...
Yeah, into the sunlight, otherwise you're going to go blind. We get that. But listen, guys, it's the angle from the horizon. I thought you don't use the horizon, you don't use the surface of Earth.
Naked sunlight, and then that image of the sun will then reflect off of this partially silvered mirror, and I'll see the image of the sun brought down to the horizon.
What? We see the image of the sun brought down to the horizon, correct?
Oh no, Froth's losing now to both.
Both. Who? Go both. Go both.
Oh no, yeah.
This Lord, we're winning.
We want Froth.
That is the good stuff.
By manipulating this lever arm and this little veneer screw, what I can do is get the altitude of the sun to a precision of about an arc minute, which is 1/60th of a degree, which represents 1 nautical mile.
Oopsie. And that 1 nautical mile is a measurement on what? On the arc of the sextant? You see, that's one thing these people don't get. The arc measurement you're reading is not the Earth's surface. It's this. This arc on the sextant is your arc reading. That's why it gives it a linear relationship, because it's this that matches the celestial sphere. That's why they try and always take the stars and put you in the center of Earth. That's why they call it Hell's Angels, Hell's Angles, as they put it, because they're moving you to the center of Earth. We might have to draw this again. I know we've drawn this many times, guys. I'm so sorry.
They just basically stick you on top of a protractor, don't they?
Practically. Okay, so when you're standing and looking out to you're on a sphere. Well, eh?
My bad. That was Bro Sanchez.
Bro Sanchez?
He is live right now.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, this would be a horizontal baseline, okay? Now they want you to say, okay, we're on a globe, which is false. You've got your 90-degree angle. What? Oh no, can't record anymore. This space has just run out. Okay. I have to delete again. And now we've got the luminary. In this case, the sun. Okay. Now, we measure an angle to the star. Okay? So we've got our angular measurement and our co-altitude angle. What do? They just take this, they move you to the center of Earth, and now they've taken and duplicated that angle outwards, and now, sorry, this is really drawn badly, but let's just say they're giving a duplicate angle. I know this isn't duplicate, but it's just giving the point. And that's what they do. They just take what's on the surface and they duplicate it to the center of Earth. And they say, you see, it has a linear relationship because that spherical celestial sphere that you're measuring is now the surface of Earth. But they move you to the center of Earth. Put you in hell, as they put it. It's idiot. It's idiotic. So yeah. Okay, next. Can't use the Earth as a baseline, Flats. It's all bumpy, curved, skewed, tilted, slanting, contorted, uneven, irregular, topsy-turvy, etc. It seems that elevation angles are impossible to measure anywhere. If only we could align the measurements to something else. If only. Yeah. If only you understood celestial navigation is done in the water, on a ship, out to the what? The horizon.
Yeah.
Aaron, I don't need to use a sextant in the bush. It's not really going to do me much.
Not good. It's not good. What?
Why would I need to use a sextant in the bush? Can anybody tell me that? And by the way, it's a bit difficult to really get a horizon if everything around me has got mountains.
That's what I was on about. Being was good.
It's a bit difficult. Yeah, Godzilla. Can't use a sextant unless you get to the center of Earth first. It's crazy. Okay, so yeah. You take your elevation angle, which means flat, to the horizon, which means on Earth, your surface. Remember, you guys saw the preview we had on for this video. There was the one where you were talking, Michael, to the one guy. I think it was a short.
Yeah.
I think let's show that again for the people.
Mm-hmm. It's with the
use a level.
Talking celestial
You can
navigation.
take a line to the horizon and do a elevation correction.
We're sailing on surface of Earth on water, right? And we're trying to work out how far away we are and where we are by using angle measurements to celestial bodies. Why do you think you have to use dip correction to get you that baseline down to the surface of Earth? Because it's only way
If you're aiming at the horizon, it's because you're above the horizon.
horizon by your observer height.
Yeah, I mean that's an error. It's up to you whether that error matters.
And that's
But if you want to get it perfect, yeah, you got to correct for that. Sure.
You've got to correct for it, yeah. Why do you think you have to correct for it and get it down to water? Because you're travelling underwater.
Because you would have been measuring from a non-horizontal baseline. You would have been measuring from a different baseline.
Great.
Yeah, but
very simple stuff.
Yeah.
And there was one more as well.
Smashed that one as well.
That was brilliant. Michael did an awesome job there.
You smashed that one.
Cheers.
Oh, here's another one.
I hate listening to
Adam.
myself.
Nah. You had him running, man. You had him running.
Yes, Paula. They think we should own a sextant to be able to know how it works. In other words, I can't say I know how a Ferrari's engine works because I don't own a Ferrari's engine.
I repaired trucks for 10 years and never had a truck license.
Yeah.
You worked on the railway for 20 years. Do you own a railway? Oh, do you own a railway? So you don't know what you did then? That's crazy.
He gets to play in the trains every weekend, though. That's it.
Yeah.
I saw a comment about railway in one of your chat feeds as well. Very stupid.
We'll probably maybe get to it, hopefully. But this is the one with Sean Hawkins, guys.
See, we don't care about the Earth. We care about from the horizontal to the star. That's what we care about. We don't give a shit about the Earth. The only reason we use the Earth is to find out where the horizon is and then create the horizontal plane based on the dip angle that you're looking at it at. See, we don't care about the Earth. The only reason we use the Earth.
About the Earth, but they use
See,
it
we don't
to
care
do
about
the
the
rest.
Earth. The only reason we use the Earth, we care about from the horizontal.
Visible through the telescope. The movable arm, which is called the index, and the attached mirror are rotated so that the image of the sun is reflected through the darkened glass onto the half-silvered mirror. The half-silvered mirror is level with the horizon.
See, we don't care about the Earth. We care about from the horizontal to the star.
Just had to play that. We don't care about the Earth, but we care about the Earth.
What
We don't
games is
care
he
about the
playing?
Earth, but we can't do shit without it.
Exactly.
The
We don't
things
care
that
about
they
it,
have to say though, you know, to keep the dream alive. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's
I
crazy.
want to know what games Sean is streaming. I'm curious.
I don't care about money, but I need them to buy stuff. But I don't care about them.
Don't care about the.
No,
You care
Oren,
about the horizon. How are you getting the horizontal without the
yeah, no,
I
I
only care
don't.
about the product that you buy.
But as I say, no, I don't used to have to use a sextant where I live. But I can build a Kamal if you really want it. It's practically just a protractor with a string and a weight. That's all it does. Because you measure an angle with a flat baseline.
I don't care about food. I only care about the taste.
Okay, there we say. Dust and bones, can't use a flat. Okay, we got that ready. Try thinking. A wise man once said, "Never shall force itself upon what? Never shall this force upon itself upon us that which it may not be. While you search, keep your thought far away from the path." Parmenides. We're all guilty of this, but speaking with clarity about what is obviously more important than entertaining conversation about the not that. Okay. Next one, Raymond again. This guy loves hitting home runs, guys. Own goal home runs. You need a plumb line and nothing else to look at the sky and locate the position of celestial objects, and also need nothing else to measure azimuth angles of locations on the Earth. What's a plumb line again, guys? Would that mean vertical?
Yeah.
And it's vertical to what? Horizontal, which is the horizon.
Yep.
And the azimuth is on that horizontal plane. Huh. Well done, Raymond. How the surface of Earth is made: mountainous, planar, spherical, octagonal, cubic, doesn't matter at all. Okay, show me a horizontal on a sphere, please. It does matter because you are traversing the Earth. That's what you'd use a celestial sextant for. That's what's called celestial navigation, a nautical navigation, guys. You trying to navigate over the water. Water, yeah. Come on, water.
Water.
Agua.
Water.
Aqua.
I say water.
It's aqua.
Water.
It's
Michael
aqua.
said water.
It's aqua, guys.
Water.
Oh, you guys. I think we Vasar. Yeah.
There's no O in water.
Water.
No.
It's water.
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 Should we have another poll?
They're batches, aren't they? Water.
Water. We're winning. Yeah, go both. Woo.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Froth is still winning, really, isn't it? Out the single one.
It's 2% behind. Come on.
But technically, Froth is winning because it says both. So you count, right? Yeah.
Froth on its own, so technically it is winning, yeah. So there's 58% of that Froth.
But you guys don't understand. You guys can't use geometry. You guys spelt it wrong, so you don't understand. You got it wrong. Come on. How dare you pronounce it wrong, guys? So therefore both is winning because you pronounced it wrong. Okay.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay. Can you confirm if the triangle is defined by the observer? The star's GP, is a right angle triangle or not? That's a definite yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I think it's been very clear. It's a right angle triangle based from the observer to the GP of the star. Oh, see, here we go. And this is Aaron, guys. This is his, by the way. Yeah. Keith, it's not spherical axis, it's spherical excess. Why can't you get this correct?
Yeah, come on, Keith. You're the worst.
Yeah, what the hell?
How dare I?
Keith.
And then he says it in chat tonight and says he wasn't having a go at you.
And I wonders why people call him
Innit?
Monk.
He says he wasn't attacking you, but he's saying it in the chat as well, which is in the past, and he's still saying it today. So to me, that's a bit of an attack.
Yeah. And this one's just again him talking about spherical belief systems. Shame. Poor guy. Okay. Penticler. Oh, he's back, guys.
Yeah, he is.
And where are these measures that show Earth is a flat baseline? Where is the Earth? What? Where on Earth is this flat baseline that everyone is using since you claim that the floor must be void of dump and dips? Dump. What the hell? Dump and dips of any kind. Okay. Let's go show quickly.
The water.
Water.
The water. Le water.
Les vêtus.
Wow.
Les vêtus.
Low.
Tingling. It is tingling, yeah.
We like tingling.
Always.
Makes me froth.
It makes you foam at the mouth. It makes you foam at the mouth, not froth at the mouth.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. You were too fast.
Excess. So here in the Salt Lake BaseNet, this is a picture I showed you earlier on. We can see in orange and then in the smaller red squares, we even before doing corrections for margin of error, we see that we do have excess angle in those triangles. Secondly, some analysis that refutes the measure flat and add curve argument, and that was the sorry, just get myself in the right place again, showing on the left.
There we go.
Hypothetical situation of the surveyors starting over here at the Kent Island BaseNet and measuring this very small thick line here, which is about 8.5 kilometres long. And then they traverse all the way across the country to the west here, over 450 kilometres, and all they're doing is taking angle measurements along the way. They're not doing any measurement of the length of the ground anywhere at all. And they get over here to St Albans, and I'm going to zoom in on the St Albans area, and they get to this point where they've surveyed all these except for these last two, which I've circled in orange here. So they stop at this point, and using the angles that they've measured along the way, and that one baseline that was of 8.5 kilometres that was measured 450 kilometres away.
Angled baseline
so this
measurements.
Pretty
guys.
strong evidence again that the distances across the.
Let's see what does this word say. Alan, your super chat's in the way. Andrew.
How dare you?
So what does this say, guys? Fundamental geodetic networks horizontal control. See my face. Horizontal control, Andrew.
Your face. You look like that. You know
Screaming,
that painting called
The Scream. The Scream, exactly.
Yeah, and the emoji. The scream emoji. Yeah.
I mean, really. What does horizontal mean?
That means curved, obviously.
It's crazy. Yeah, so they measured right across 4,000 kilometers of horizontal baselines, guys. I love how he talks about angles the whole time. What's the angle? Oh yeah, let's maybe watch this from Lumpy as well. This was brilliant.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Oh, I was just going to mention that if you have an excess of 180 degrees in a triangle, it's no longer a triangle.
Exactly.
So I don't understand that.
I'm
It's
sure.
like, oh, we have excess angle. I'm like, okay, well then your angles were wrong.
Exactly. I'm sure if you had to go at your job and try and draw a triangle out that has an axis of 180 degrees, they're going to tell you to go back to the drawing board.
Literally.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Because it won't work.
If you're talking, and that slope line, that sloped joining line, has two components, like geometrically. It has a vertical and a horizontal component. And in geodetic surveying, like we're doing here, we are only concerned with the horizontal. It's not the straight line between the angled line between the two of them. We are only concerned about the horizontal component of that line. That we don't look at the vertical component of it.
Horizontal. So not curved then.
Is that Andrew a surveyor?
No.
So what's this wee business then?
I know. I was going to say, you can't get a good one.
The globies. But yeah, horizontal. Wow.
Okay.
So,
Present
then you
what
are saying, so you're saying it's curving left to right then?
I'm not saying any of that. I'm saying that because I'm not going to get into that argument because that gets stuck in.
But that's
into
the
definition.
horizontal. But that's what you're saying. You're saying then it's showing a slope over the horizontal.
I'm saying the evidence that I presented was that the measurement of these triangles show that they are spherical triangles. Simple as that. More than 180 degrees, it's spherical.
Notice how he didn't answer when I asked him that. Because he knows it can't. His argument was now they're only concerned with the horizontal, not vertical. Then you can't have spherical axis because spherical axis is based on a vertical, not a horizontal. And their baseline is horizontal, so therefore you don't have spherical axis to measure. This is dumb.
Wow. It's mad. He was saying it as well, you know.
I mean, that's what I'm trying to tell him. That's why he says, oh, but it's got nothing to do with elevation angles. Well, then how do you have curve if it's not... I mean, how the hell? Let's try and do it this way. Okay, you got a horizontal baseline now, okay? They got the one theodolite standing here doing a measurement there, okay? Then they got another one there, and then they've got a point out in the distance. I'm just going to make a point, just a circle just for the fun of it. Okay, now they're saying this is horizontal measurement to that, and they both reading their measurement to the observation. It makes a triangle over a horizontal plane. Okay, now he's saying it has spherical axis, so therefore this is what he's saying is happening. This is so stupid. I can't even draw it. This is how dumb it is. This is what he's saying is happening, guys.
You're drawing Masonic symbology.
I just have to put a checkerboard in here now, the all-seeing eye.
Yeah.
So guys, that's not what I'm putting here, please. I'm trying to explain it.
Yeah, some people actually believe that. I was joking, guys. Some people would actually believe it.
So yeah, he's claiming then this zenith is different to this zenith. Okay, he's claiming then this one is leaning this way. Okay, and this one is leaning that way. So that's why it's giving a measurement like that and another measurement like that. So that gives a zenith reciprocal zenith angle, in other words, because it makes more than 180 degrees. So then your baseline would now be curved. That's what he's claiming. So therefore that is elevation based. And no, if it's a horizontal baseline, It's not curved.
You don't get it. Those angles.
On the ground, just measuring the angular separation, great evidence that the ground is actually spherical. Anyway,
No.
if you want to present this, go ahead.
I'm just going to quickly show this, then I'm going to tell you what I was saying. But let's quickly show this. It's from Lumpy.
Okay, yes, this is SolidWorks, and yes, this is...
I might have to download it. Sorry, guys. You know how it goes with this.
We really miss Mom when we have a cold.
Do you really miss Mom when you have a cold, guys?
Not if I've got vapor, Rob.
We are not sponsored by Vicks, okay, guys? Oh, nice cruise. Formula 1 isn't what it used to be.
No.
I miss the old days of screeching engines. These days, it's really taking the manliness out of Formula 1.
We've helped millions of creators.
Sorry.
Take the chaos out of the sound.
Downloading that.
Okay, that should be playing
Then
now.
measuring Polaris to the equator.
Oh, don't give me that. That is just total
That is
nonsense.
exactly what this.
Okay, let's see.
Plane or not.
So you decide based on your belief.
Argument that's going on here is your horizontal plane the same as my horizontal plane, right? And you can't assume they are. You do things, you take measurements, you make observations. Hey?
What is horizontal? As soon as you base a horizontal datum, there's no further assumptions. You've got a horizontal infinite plane, correct?
Mm-hmm.
You have a datum.
If you
horizontal.
talk, okay.
No, you've got a horizontal datum. You've got a horizontal reference.
You mentioned the phrase a horizontal datum. Now, that is an assumption in planar surveying that for the area you're surveying, everything is on the same plane. In geodetic surveying, you don't make that assumption. You do your measurements, you do your observations, and you decide whether you're on the same plane or not.
You heard that, guys?
What?
You decide whether you're on the same plane or not. So you're assuming it to be a globe after your planar measurements on the horizontal. That's why this is so detrimental to these guys. He's saying you're assuming a flat earth. No, you're not. A datum is aka a reference frame. That means your horizontal datum. So if you're going for geodetic surveying, you measure it flat. Then you take the slope angle from that flat horizontal and you're calling it earth curve because you have a belief that it's a sphere. It's called ellipsoid consideration. It's all he's doing. It's all they do.
So you decide based on your belief that it's a globe.
No,
So
you
therefore,
decide based on the measurements.
Ignoring it's an optical measurement, using those calculations and calling it a globe. Remember my graph that I give when measuring Polaris to the equator?
Oh, don't give me that. That is just total
That
nonsense.
is exactly what this is proving. Thank you very much. Okay, but anyway, let's go back to this video quickly and I'll carry on.
Okay, yes, this is SolidWorks, and yes, this is a diagram of how sextant would have to work. Okay, let's try to do this quick. This is the angle achieved by using the dip correction and the position, and here's an angle. Now, two things about the globe plane is, yes, smart dimension is clicked over here, and we are going to try to dimension this and that. Nope, it won't let me. Cancel, said fail. All right, and then the other claim is that this is where the angle's coming from. Well, look at this. This is wrong. It's not that.
You get what he was just...
Yep, that was simple. The angles cannot work on a curved baseline.
Did you just say, Andrew, did you get what he was showing you?
Yeah. And he didn't get it, by the way. I guess that's enough comments for one night. We can probably just talk through. Because they're all about the same nonsense. They just don't get it.
That's it.
This guy did right. If a triangle exceeds 180 degrees, it's not a triangle. Exactly.
Yep.
Ooh.
Oh. Is that... Wow. We've been on for over 2 hours.
Yeah.
2
20 to 12. Woohoo!
That's fluent. That's fluent. Now, Michael, I like the new avatar, man.
The Dellenbush experiment. The Dellenbush experiment. What's your IV and your DV?
The
Come on,
Philadelphia.
son. Come on, son.
Philadelphia.
Come on, son. Tell me what's your IV and your DV.
It's exactly the same as Cavendish, though, isn't it?
Exactly. Precisely the same. Assuming your consequent. Assuming your outcome and then affirming the consequent.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ericato, the datum or mean sea level is just a point on a vertical datum. Yeah, that point on a vertical datum requires a horizontal. It's a horizontal datum. The vertical is just a point on that horizontal. Not the other way around.
It looks like both wins.
Hey Damien, thank you for coming. Is there a flat earth model? Oh, you don't have to call me a model, but thanks.
Yeah, me. There's a few of them, yeah.
I'll do a Zoolander.
There's a couple of flat earth models on this show right now, you know.
Yeah, we don't really care about models that much because we care about reality.
Does reality have a model?
Wait, I have to wait. I have to look for this. I hope I can find this. Let me just take this off quickly.
No, it's just a vertical datum.
Yes, this is how I found it. I love this part. This is great. Into the break, I don't think you should talk to them about scientific models. They don't even know what science is. Okay. Well, we don't need the music here, but I want to...
Well, to tell you the truth, I was a little hesitant at first, Mr. Mugatu. I mean, you've never hired me before, and I've been around for ages and ages.
Okay, I just want to get to where it's
Mugatu.
Mugatu.
You gotta love Will Ferrell.
It's funny. It's good in Step Brothers.
Oh,
Here we
Step
go.
Brothers is
Yeah.
brilliant.
Yeah.
The Derek Zoolander Center for Kids Who Can't Read Good.
This reminds me, this should be the Globe Center, the Anti-Flat Earth Center for Globe Building.
Do the Magnum. Do the Magnum.
Derek, it's just I don't want to hear your excuses. The center has to be at least 3 times bigger than this. He's absolutely right. Thank you. I have a vision. And so do I.
Sorry, I just had to play that. That's exactly what I thought when I read the comments.
I might watch that now on the strength of that.
That's good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Anchorman. Anchorman 1 and 2 with
yeah.
Will Ferrell too. Great.
Damien, it's not a scientific hypothesis without first observation. You first observe natural phenomena, then you have a hypothesis. So you can't have a hypothesis without first observing the natural phenomena. Then it's not science. You can have a colloquial hypothesis, but then it's not scientific. So what do you guys have to say before we close off?
It's like platin fog.
Black. Oh, I've never heard that.
They
before.
still keep proving nothing.
Yeah, there is much juice as chocolate fire guards. Yeah.
And that I like froth on my beer.
That's good. That's
nice and foamy is how it should be.
I mean, I'll be honest. Like, I find it hard to believe that they can be this silly. I think there's a lot of dishonesty, and they actually know.
Of course. And that's constructive criticism.
Mm-hmm.
Much use as chocolate fire guards. No, I'm not joking. Yeah. Yeah, it just seems I agree with Michael. There seems a lot of dishonesty because surely they can't believe this crap. Can't not nowadays. Surely.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, before the show is off, Flatzoid gotta, you gotta point out we won.
Godzilla says, "Okay, done showering. Start the show." I wish I could go on, but I got work in the morning. I'm probably gonna work late again tomorrow night. Sucks. But it's good to have you guys here. Damien says flat Earth is an hypothesis. No, it's not.
No, it's not.
What is with these guys? They literally bring things up they don't understand. Show us.
Your navigation measures thousands of miles flat. That's not an hypothesis.
No. Show us the measurements for curvature. Yeah, show us the measurements for curvature. Make sure that you don't use angles, and make sure you don't use flat horizontal baselines to do so.
Exactly.
And perfect triangles.
Yeah.
Not these curvy abominations.
Yeah. Oh, and also show us refraction causing the curve to go away. Not causes the curve, because when we do demonstrations, it shows the curve. Godzilla37, thank you very much for your $5 super chat, mate. Really, really appreciate it. He says, thanks for the show, Flatzoid. No, thank you guys. The show is only possible because of you guys. You guys rock. So I just want to say thank you. I think it was a great show. It was nice and just relaxed tonight.
I like looking at silly comments.
Yeah, I think now and then it is needed, just to relax.
Absolutely.
So yeah, guys, I just want to say thank you all for coming. Really, really appreciate it. You guys rock. So I'll see you guys all tomorrow.
And to all the both us, we love it. We love ya.
Oh yeah, and the poll ended with both being on 44%. Whoop whoop. Both won, and Froth won, had 35%, came in second, and Foam lost with 21%.
So then Froth got
Froth would have
won. So Froth won.
No, all in all.
Yeah, because you just take the both and you cut it in half. It gets the half of that.
And that's because both is the only thing that matters in the end.
It's called equality, guys. Okay.
Yeah. and if you take the 20, if you split the both in half, then that and add it to the 35, then that equals. That's your equality.
Well, I can tell you one thing.
You're being racist towards my beer.
Well, let's put it this way: if you plus them all, or minus them, or even times them, or multiply, it doesn't matter. It all comes to not a globe.
Absolutely.
Equals not a globe, yes.
Yeah. Because if you take foam and you plus it with froth and you plus it with both, it comes to 100%, not a globe.
Yeah, it certainly does.
Yeah, exactly.
That was the whole point of the show.
Into the break says, stay frothy.
Yeah.
And Godzilla says, I voted foam. If I could vote, I would vote both.
No, I would say Froth.
Yeah, I'm a Froth man.
Definitely. I mean, I have had people.
I get buffed in Froth.
No, man.
But literally, when you look it up, it's just about which has bigger or smaller bubbles, or more or less.
Yeah.
Which has biggest bubbles?
More.
Yeah.
I can't remember the exact words now, but it was the same thing.
Fail.
Just more or less.
You failed.
No. I can't. Both can't even be disputed.
Yeah. Okay. Cheers, guys. I'll see you guys all tomorrow night for another epic stream. Thank you all
and
for
a
coming.
reboot.
Yeah. Thank you all for coming. You guys rock. I think tomorrow night we might do another Triggered Limey. Because he had a stream on about me and myself and Mitchell from Australia, calling us liars and dishonest.
Oh, nice.
Then you go call them Frothers.
Another moron.
So yeah, see you guys all tomorrow night. Have an awesome evening or day or whatever you guys are. Many blessings, and may the pressure be with you.